You're a nasty man, Laurie Daly.
I'm not. I'm just reading some
Jaimee
text
Rogers, good
messages
morning
that
to
came
you.
through.
Good morning,
Look,
guys.
we've got these text messages. We'll share it with our listeners. It comes in, what price is Berkey to reminisce about his World Cup winning days? He didn't reminisce.
He didn't reminisce, no, but he's $1.01.
We've got another few
thanks,
weeks.
Jack.
We've got 4 more weeks to come through. Thank
Yeah.
you, Jack, for that. Good morning to you, Jamie.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah,
all
good,
love
thanks, Jamie. How are you?
Very, very well.
That's the one.
Plenty happening in the world of... We're actually just focusing on footy for our burning questions this week.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So we will start with the Broncos boys, and there's been lots of talk coming from the north of the border, and it was mainly off the back of the Broncos being spotted out at a pub the night before their loss to the Eels, with most leaving at 11. Some stayed out past that. Now, I just wanted to get your opinions on whether you think this is a sign of some deep cultural issues at the club.
Oh, no, it's not. It's a reason that they lost. I don't think it is. I think that what it shows is their minds weren't on the job, and it may be because of some leadership. Other than that, I don't see an issue with the players going to the pub and maybe putting $10 in the poker machine. I know it's not a good look and it's not
But
professional.
bearing in mind, they were at breakfast at 7 a.m, so some of them would have had probably five hours sleep before such a
Yeah, but we
big
don't know.
game.
We don't know whether they went to the movies. We don't know how long they were in the establishment for. I can guarantee you that at 11 o'clock at that hotel, plenty of them still wouldn't have been in bed. They would be playing video games. They're probably playing cards. Some players may be in bed, but in that situation, I thought that they would have been all together. Maybe had a dinner together, gone and watched a movie together, gone back to the hotel together. And then that shows, solidarity and you're there to do a job. But, it's not a good look. I understand that. It's not professional. But I don't think that was the reason they lost.
It's not his team. We're seeing this with all the different coaches who come into a new club, right? This is a cycle that just keeps repeating itself, Jamie. He inherited this squad.
Yep.
He now knows about the squad, and he doesn't like what he's seeing from this squad. And there will be changes. There'll be senior players moved on, as every new coach has done.
Yeah.
Ivan Cleary's done it at the Penrith Panthers, right? West Tigers have done it with Michael Maguire. And now Anthony Seibold's, he smelt the breeze up there, and he's going to be moving players on.
Well, on Anthony Seibold, he refused to say sorry to fans for their humiliating loss. Is this something that he should have done? And also, what's he going to do for next year?
I saw the press conference. He took responsibility.
He said
at the
it was-
start.
yeah.
Look, he said it was unacceptable. He said it was embarrassing. He said, I'm the head coach. I carry the can. But he didn't not blame the players either. They were the blokes out there who were just putting in the lack of effort.
No. And again, I think Anthony can make a big statement if he was prepared to maybe sell or trade one of his big name players straight away. So if I'm a club, I'm ringing if I've got money in my salary cap and asking, can I talk to this player? And I reckon
But
if
Lossie,
I'm Anthony
who are you
Seibold...
going to trade, mate?
Well, that's
You're
what
not
I'm
going
saying.
to trade anyone who's any good.
Well, yes, you would.
Who?
To make a statement. I could trade if I wanted to. Anthony, this is what I'm saying. This is his
But
big...
who? What
Well,
player?
why wouldn't you look at a Fafita or a
Well, I
Pengai
couldn't give
Jr.?
him. I couldn't give.
Why
I couldn't
wouldn't
give
you look at
them
one of
away.
those big names?
I couldn't give one.
Well,
because
otherwise you got to, TK.
they're too young and good.
Yeah, but you can't. I've just had this argument with you and you agreed. You can't play Matt Hodge the money
No.
that he's... Fafita, he'll want plenty. Pengai Jr. wants plenty. Haas wants plenty. You can't play all those forwards $600,000-$700,000 a year. And in some cases, $800,000, because someone else will. And if you want to keep them all, that's fine. But then you're going to have to pay your key position players not much money. And if you don't pay your key position players not much money, the ones you're going to get are not going to be much good.
Boys, we'll move on to... So Toby Green, I know he's going back to the judiciary tonight, but say he isn't going to be playing this weekend. With him out and Jared Weir-Hargreaves out for the Roosters, should there be different penalties in place for the final series so that the best players are playing?
Well, I'll say no, and Laurie will say yes. But I believe no, and he believes yes.
Yeah, I just think that
it's a
in the
lot.
way that the league works at the moment, they should be weighted heavily more towards you being allowed to play in a final series. Now, for minor offences. Like if you eye gouge someone and you get 8 games.
Like tripping, for example, with what Jared was allegedly.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is if it's 100 points equates to 1 game, maybe a semi-final, you have to accumulate 200 points to miss the semi-final.
Yep.
And for a grand final, you may have to accumulate 300 points to miss a grand final. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not saying if you eye gouge, you don't get suspended, because you need to get suspended. But on minor offences, which can take you over the threshold, I'm saying that's where we probably need to look at and do something a little bit different. Same for an Origin game.
If you eye gouge in a finals, you get 3 times the punishment you'd take.
And I said this to TK off air, and it's same if the punishment or the suspension happens in a semi-final or grand final, then you double the amount of points that you'd normally get in the regular season.
I don't agree, but it's okay.
Are the Roosters going to win without Jared Hargreaves? They've got a 44% win record when he's not there.
Well, that's the thing. When he plays, they're at 77%.
Yeah, but who else isn't there when those stats have been done?
Well, that's come from Fox Sports Labs.
Yeah,
so
but who else
isn't
there? Was Boyd Cordner there? Was Luke Keary there when Jared didn't play?
Yeah, but it's still a very healthy stat to trot out. Yeah. I mean, less than 50%.
Don't worry, he's their spiritual leader of the pack.
Oh, he's their most aggressive player, and he's the guy that leads from the front. And he was the reason. I know that Keary got Clive Churchill medal winner last year, but on the back of Hargreaves, he led the charge against Melbourne in that grand final.
Well, boys, it's news time. We only got through a few of the questions.
Oh, that bloody lorry.
But there's always plenty to talk about in the world of rugby league. It never disappoints. It's never boring.
Good on you, Jaimee.
Thanks, guys.
Good on you, Jaimee.